Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope I find everyone very, very well. Hope that everyone had a great Christmas if you celebrated, and also an even better New Year's. So let's get the usual out of the way. Remember, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And since these are general readings, they can either, the energies can either be coming directly from you or be happening to you from an outside source or from a person, for instance. And the energies can switch over upon any given instance. So remember to always just take what resonates and leave what doesn't and what fits for your unique situation. And please do not force anything. If you'd like to book a private reading, check the description box with a link there to my website. Or you can just visit intuitiveperceptions.com under the services tab. And yeah, book yourself a reading if you are so inclined to. Let's go ahead and bless the decks and we'll get started. Beloved God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the holy law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space in your divine consecration to provide Aquarius with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, Father, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. Okay, Aquarius. So, in terms of traditional tarot, we have the Three of Wands reversed, the Six of Wands, the Chariot, the Nine of Cups reversed, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. I haven't seen these end cards here. These are your advice cards. So, I want to open up your reading with a little bit of ironic information. I recorded your guys' reading. You guys were the 11th one that I recorded, the 11th sign that I recorded. And in astrology, Aquarius, you rule the 11th house. Aquarius, Uranus, that's the ruling planet. But yeah, you guys rule the 11th house and you guys were 11th to be recorded. That's strange. And if you check out my Facebook, or our Facebook, I should say, you'll see how I was keeping everyone updated with the recording order. I just found that a little bit ironic here. But back to your reading. So, you could be dealing with a Cancer, possibly. That's all I'm really seeing so far. Okay, Aquarius. I'm picking up a real sense of decisions being made that maybe aren't necessarily the best for you. And I'm also picking up relishing within it and letting things just kind of happen, letting things just roll the way that they do. And what's interesting is how I'm picking up relishing in the moment. Because why I'm kind of saying that, or why I'm getting that, or I'm picking that up, is because there's the Three of Wands reversed here, followed by the Nine of Cups reversed. Now, for me, the Nine of Cups reversed is not having emotional happiness with yourself as an individual. So making certain decisions, Aquarius, that are not necessarily the best for you. Making certain decisions where maybe bad or unfavorable, I should say. Outcomes or manifestations come from making the wrong decisions or just not having anything coming in of viability, semantics. But do you see how there's somewhat of a fluidity in terms of the Three of Wands reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed? They are predicated upon each other. And then we have the card of victory here of feeling great, feeling like you're understood, feeling like you are getting the recognition that you deserve. But there's a negation here. it's a recognition, but it's not the proper recognition, or it's a recognition um, of things or situations or choices that are not necessarily favorable for you. So it's kind of the wrong recognition, a little bit of delusion. I can kind of say a little bit. Then we have the Chariot here, which is just moving forward with energy. Things just heading forward, and yeah, it's moving. Um, there's see where I'm getting at, where I'm saying there's kind of like relishing in the moment, or just kind of just running with living in the moment, which is not necessarily a problem, but when we don't feel emotionally happy or satisfied or fulfilled with ourselves, and then because we're making incorrect decisions, but we feel proud of it, or we feel recognized for the wrong decisions, and we're moving forward with it. You see where I'm concluding, where I feel like I'm relishing in the moment. But I feel, Aquarius, that there's a little bit of I don't want to call it ignorance, because I feel like you know what you're doing. There's a little bit of dereliction here. There's a little bit of not really taking responsibility in terms of making the right decisions to manifest the correct outcome, or the outcome that's going to benefit you in terms of your spiritual growth, the growth of your soul. And then we have here, of course, the card of wanting to leave, kind of wanting to walk away from certain situations that you maybe aren't necessarily enjoying, looking for greener pastures, kind of getting in the ship or in your boat and just taking off. So why would you want to take off from something that you're relishing in? If you're relishing in the moment, it's should be enjoyable. And then we have the High Priestess here. When I see the High Priestess here upright, along with the Six of Swords and all the other cards here, I'm feeling, Aquarius, that you know that you should be making different decisions. You know that you should be handling things a little bit differently. And I feel as though that you're ignoring that little voice inside. You're ignoring that intuition. That intuition. You're ignoring your intuition. Your intuition is your higher self. It's God, spirit, your guides, trying to hint you onto something, trying to prevent you from falling, or falling from grace, or just prevent you from avoidable consequences. But I feel as though, Aquarius, that you are just kind of on like you're kind of in a headspace where it's just like a YOLO moment. And I'm really picking up not really thinking before doing. There's a real sense of just let's go, and whatever happens, happens. It's a very carefree type of energy I'm getting from here, which just being carefree is okay upon certain instances, but not when it makes you feel, or in turn, it makes you feel not emotionally happy or fulfilled with yourself in terms of self-happiness. And knowing that doesn't make you feel great because decisions aren't in line with the proper way of doing things, or that your decisions are in line with the detriment of you. But it's enjoying it at the same time. I'm also picking up that maybe these situations, or these this person you're involved with, whatever it may be for you today, you feel like they look at you in awe, or they look at you with enamoration when you prove to be so brave and so reckless. I'm also picking that up too. But things are going to move forward, or things are going to transpire the way that they do. But why do you want to leave? Why do you feel the need to get up and walk away and get into your boat and just take off to find greener pastures? It's not really computing here. There's a lot of negation along with fluidity. But the high priestess sets off the reading here, I feel, or sets the tone in the reading here regarding listening to yourself. Excuse me. Listening to that voice inside Aquarius. And I want to kind of go back to, your sign being recorded, the 11th sign being recorded, and then ruling the 11th house. I mean, by nature, Aquarius, you are ruled, or your sign, I should say, is ruled by Uranus. And Uranus is all about the rebellion, eccentricness, or eccentricism, if that's a word, being eccentric, and pushing the envelope, and kind of pushing things to see where the threshold lies. And there's good and bad in that. The good part about that is, we then can see what needs to be strengthened when the threshold snaps. We can see the errors of the unforeseen errors of certain instances or certain circumstances. But at the same time, it serves a purpose, but as long as it's delegated properly, as long as it's done with the right intentions or with the right mindset. And I feel, of course, that you have this naturally built within you to really push the envelope and to really kind of follow your path in a very eccentric and rebellious way, but not when it's of the detriment to you. It's defeating the entire purpose. And I feel like you have a natural inclination for this, or you have a natural affinity to this type of rebellious nature. But it's affecting you negatively in this circumstance. And I feel like that's why maybe you feel like you're relishing in the moment a little bit, because it feels so innate. It feels so second nature. But also, Aquarius rules, like I said, the 11th house, and it's also for changes for the masses. It's changes for the whole entire group, or the whole entire population or society. It's not individual like Libra. But it's changing things for the masses, like I said. But I feel like sometimes maybe Aquarius can get caught up in trying to change things for the masses, and you kind of lose yourself along the way. You kind of lose some of your morals and ethics and kind of convictions, and you kind of you bend a little bit too much. You push your threshold a little bit too much. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that if it's with the proper intentions, to maybe find the weaknesses of things, but not when we have ulterior motives in terms of maybe for aspects that are kind of like self-serving. It's only going to lead to further detriment. It's also going to lead to further confusion. It's very interesting, this relishing in the moment type of deal here. We have 2 6s here. There's a decision to be made, and I feel like it's either move forward with whatever happens and transpires, or take a step back and listen to your intuition and really know, because of course you know what's going on, you know what you're doing. It's plain and simple. It's very explicit, I should say here. You know what you're doing, you know what this could bring, you know right from wrong. And I feel like right now you're relishing in the wrong a little bit. And hey, we all go through those certain rebellious times in our life, but we should learn from them, and we don't learn from them by relishing in them and then choosing when we want to kind of walk away, or when we're ready to learn them, type of thing. Because then that's just stubbornness, and that's a recipe for disaster, and it's not a great way to be or a great trajectory to be on at this point in time. Planets are very strange right now. All the planets are about to go direct pretty soon, and when they all go direct, there's going to be a flood and a rush of energy. And I feel like maybe you can get caught up in this energy, Aquarius, where it's really going to be just YOLO. And everyone else is going to maybe kind of come out of hibernating. And there's going to be a lot of high energies from other people, and you may respond like that. But you've already been paving the way of self-affliction in a sense. And I feel like you may not catch yourself. You may kind of get caught up in the moment trying to appease the masses, you know? Okay, let's see your advice cards here. Queen of Cups reversed. You could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And we have the Ten of Wands here. Okay. So, I think this kind of concludes what I was saying. I mean, these are your advice cards. I feel like this is to come, Aquarius. You're not going to be emotionally happy or emotionally stable. I mean, not only with yourself, but also in your environment in terms of the people that are in your environment. They're going to be affected by or from your choices. I'm also picking up cleaning up your mess as well. I don't know why I'm picking that up as well. And it's only going to lead to feeling like or things feeling like as well, but things turning, I'm sorry, into burdens. They're going to turn into real responsibilities that you're going to have to really bear, and pain you're going to really have to bear. And it's not right, Aquarius, just to all of a sudden leave when that happens. You can't do that. I mean, yes, you can, but you're running away from the problem, and the problem still resides, and it's going to follow you. And there's going to be no solution implemented or no understanding, because when we implement a solution, that's when we gain the understanding. There's a contingency upon that. And, you know, proof isn't in the pudding, it's in the solution. You know, you must realize that. And I believe, Aquarius, you're walking a very fine line right now. There's a lot of unfavorable circumstances that can transpire from such a carefree spirit when it's not, when the intention isn't in the right place. And I really feel like things are going to, like I said, going to turn into a burden, and it's going to be a weight to carry at that point, Aquarius. And we don't want to affect other people within our environment, especially when they have our best intentions at heart, because then we negatively affect them, and then that's more baggage on top of the burdens. You know, it's everything all together, Aquarius. It's accumulative. And we can't just keep adding and adding and adding on top and top and topping it off and topping it off and topping it off, because soon it's going to spill over, I mean. And when it spills over, Spirit wants me to tell you, don't be a coward and leave and walk away. That's not right, Aquarius. And you know that that's not right. I'm sorry to say or call you coward. And remember, this is general, so this can be happening to you or from you. So apply it, guys. That was a little harsh, but they wanted me to tell you that. I'm not sure why, but you may know why. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here, Aquarius. Let's work on this. Okay, let's pull a Jesus card or cards. Let's see what he has for you. Okay, Aquarius, a bunch of cards flew out, but took these two here. Okay, so the first, forgive and you shall be forgiven, Luke 6:37. And the next is, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. Matthew 17:20. Okay, yeah. I think this is what is trying to be advised in this reading for you, Aquarius. It's the type of faith that you have in what area of life. Now, it could be bad faith, it could be good faith, it could be faith in that leads to detriment, or it could be faith that leads to impossibilities being manifested. But I feel like there's a real sense of forgiving here, Aquarius. There is a sense of forgiving your environment, forgiving people that may have hurt you. I initially kind of wanted to say here, but I wasn't sure if that's where I wanted to go with it. But this is like a cry for help. It's a cry for attention. Not in like a, sort of in a little kid like tantrum type of way, but it's more of the adult version of it. It's trying to get your mind off of certain things. Just find we all need to escape from certain instances and from trying to take a breather. We don't keep it going, and we don't keep it going to the point where it really leads us to the Ten of Wands and to the Queen of Cups reverse. Like, this is all bad right here. Like, and I feel it's forgiving, because when we forgive ourselves and also in turn forgive other people, we build compassion, and that's when we change our mindset and we change the type of faith that we possess inside of us, and we then feel like we have the strength to maintain this positive faith to move mountains, in the sense of move those obstacles out of the way that are in your life that are preventing you from moving forward. But this is not preventing you from moving forward. This is adding the cherry on top of the cake, you know? It's adding more to your it's adding more to your plate. And yeah, it's crazy. Work on this, Aquarius, okay? I hate to deliver such a type of reading starting the year off, but this is the message that came through, right, Aquarius? So work on forgiving yourself, most importantly, and therefore in turn you'll forgive other people, and your faith and your mindset and your decisions will change given the switch or change of consciousness as a contingency of your behavior, in a sense, you know. But all right, Aquarius, you got this. You can do it. Just forgiveness is a big one here. All right, Aquarius, go ahead and check out Luke 6, Matthew 17. There's some extra information in there for you. All right, Aquarius, turn this around because I know you can. Just have to believe that you deserve better, okay? All right, Aquarius, we'll see you next month. Happy New Year.